Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is her, it is the, it is who, it is Rosie Rosette 2020 pal. I love when I do that. I don't know why. I think it's just like decompressing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. Actually, I'm supposed to be doing this for my physical therapy. Oh, that actually feels good. Anyway, you know what time it is. It is October, and what is October? National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You guys, I've made at least 50 videos, okay? And I think all 50 I have displayed the fact that I have pink hair and I have my, at least I've had a few breast cancer awareness t-shirts, and this is one of them. Yes, I got this from a secondhand store. Hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? My pockets are not deep. I am not monetized. I don't get cash. I don't get anything from you guys, okay? I'm doing this out of the gracious of my heart. All right? Anyway, ladies, please go get your mammograms. And men. And men, if you have tatas, you need to go get a mammogram also. I don't care what people think. See, at this age, I don't care what people think. I'll say some stuff on here in person. I'm a lot more obnoxious in person than I am on this video. On these videos, please believe me. Ask anybody who knows me. Yeah, ask anyone. I'm at least 10 to 20, 30, maybe 100 times more obnoxious in person. I don't care. And if it has something to do with my health or my body, oh, I'm almost transparent about it, almost everything, especially in person. Because I want knowledge, I want to give knowledge, I want to comprehend knowledge, and I just I love knowledge. I love criticism, um, constructive criticism. I do. When people say, I thought you were trans, that's a compliment to me because trans women, honey, the ones that I've seen, hmm, I in San Francisco on Polk Street, Polk, oh no, it's a cross street, Larkin, Polk and Larkin, I think. Oh, honey, the girls come out at night, and I used to just like to drive around there just to look at, just to look at. And then when I went to Bangkok, to Thailand, in Bangkok, oh, honey, the girls, beautiful. Oh, they could give some tips. So when you say that I look like trans, you know it is what it is. Anyway, back to scheduled programming. Okay, so this video, I forgot what I was about to talk about. Okay, so this video is about love, love and marriage in Huntsville, Alabama. And what is going on with Alabama? There's another video I gotta work on. The other day I made this was in Mobile. They shot up a high school football game. And then I think there was another shooting on the college campus. I don't know about the college campus. I don't know if that was in Alabama, but I think it was. Anyway, whew, okay, so it starts out, excuse me. I'm not saying that it was boring. I'm just saying it's 11, 12 o'clock at night. Should be in bed. I gotta go to, it's 12. Look, 12:09 Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so it starts out where Destiny, who I think is just beautiful. Honestly, I think she's the best looking woman on the cast. I do. I do. She's at a photo shoot, and her father, we're introduced to her father, very handsome young man. And not only do we see her father, but we see her little son. Now, I don't know about bringing little kids, because he's like, what, 1 or 1.5 to a photo shoot? I don't know about that. But anyway, we were introduced to the father and the son. I don't even know if we were introduced to the son, but we saw the son. But the father just seems like a really nice man. Now, Destiny, I guess she was doing a photo shoot for a hair magazine. I think. I'm not exactly sure. Now, let's talk about that. Like I said, I think she's the most beautiful character on the show. But the hair for the hair show, the weave was like kind of, it wasn't flat. It wasn't flat. I know we're used to, because everyone is wearing wigs now, whatever, but the weave, her weave was, I don't know if it was a weave or a wig, but it just wasn't flat. Like, okay, yeah, I know this one is not flat and it's shiny. Actually, I need to put some powder in this. But I'm not doing a photo shoot for a hair show. If I was, I mean, for a hair magazine or whatever it is, please believe me, honey, it wouldn't be this. As a matter of fact, I told you I took some pictures because they had some free pictures. I took some. Oh my God. Now my face looked okay, but the wig that I had on, it wasn't this one. Oh, it looked so fake and phony. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. But anyway, back to Destiny. So the weave or the wig, it was too bulky up here. And then it was an ombre, so it went from dark to, you know, gold or whatever to blonde. It didn't look right. It just didn't look right. And then so Tisha came in, and you know they were sitting down, and I guess she had like it was a white dress with like feathers, and the dress was like when as she was sitting down, she didn't pull it down like towards her knees. It was like all the way up to her crotch, and I'm like, what is going on? What? I know she's single and everything, and she's ready to mingle, but girl, can you please pull down your dress? Your father and your son is here. All right. So, yeah, I said okay. So then Tiffany was mentioned. So, Destiny was like, you know what? She said to Tiffany, to Tisha, she was like, you know what? Maybe Tiffany and I need to get together without Melody around so that she doesn't, have interference. So then the next scene was, or some other scene, right? Right. But okay, but let's get back. She just looked. Let's get back to Destiny. She looked like a stripper or hooker. Beautiful, but that dress. Now, when she did, she went back to, photo shooting, whatever. She pulled the dress down, but it was like real high. I don't know if that's how they get down in Huntsville, Alabama. Which I think is she from Detroit or from New York? I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, okay. So Martell and Marceau, they talk about the 47 acres. All right, and Marcel, he's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of strange because even after when they went to Vegas, I don't know, I think if that was part of the producers or is that his mentality? I mean, I know he has a lot going on. He has to work to raise his family, and then they opened up this restaurant. I personally, allegedly, I think he has a couple families. I think, and to be honest, I think Tisha knows about it. Just to be honest, but my thing is this: allegedly, this is allegedly. I don't know. I don't know these people. I never met him, but just his reactions to certain things. And Melody kept saying he has a side, he has a baby, whatever. But Tisha doesn't want to listen to it or hear it. So you know what? Hey, whatever. If she likes it, I love it. But he's always so perplexed. But when he went to Vegas and he refused to do those marriage renewal or the vows or whatever, I was like, oh, this man doesn't care for her. But my thing is this: so they're building this house on these. Okay, so there's the 42nd acres that Martell is trying to have developed, but then Marceau and his brother, they brought some land so that him and his brother, and I think there's a third brother. They can build houses and be their own village or community or whatever. I don't know if Kimmy still if she ever signed up on it, but if Marceau is not really in love with Tanisha, then how is he gonna plan this house and build it for her if he hasn't said it, but it just doesn't seem like he's really into the marriage. And but I don't think Letitia, I don't think she would ever leave him. I don't, even though she's unhappy, and it seems like he's unhappy, and he's stressed out, and he might be depressed. Well, if allegedly you have multiple kids or multiple sides or whatever, that could be a little daunting. I'm just saying, just saying. Um, So I don't know how that's going to work out. But hey, okay, anyway. So Martel and Marceau, they're talking about the 47 acres, and Martel went to Marceau because he doesn't have a builder's license. So Melody does have a building license, and the what's his name, Chris? I wrote his name down. Chris Fletcher. Um, went to Melanie because she has the builder's license. So, like Martell is like, mm, he can't do anything. So, he really stabbed himself. I mean, like, he went from having, beautiful wife, 4 kids, with a side, man, big, huge house and everything, to now, I mean, later on we found out that he had to apply for bankruptcy, which is okay. I'm not getting him down for that, but he really risked a lot for his side, who he can't even bring on a show or whatever. Okay, so anyway, um, okay, so the next thing, Tiffany and Destiny, they meet at a bar. Let me tell you, Destiny was really cute. Okay, she was real cute, dress, heels, hair, everything. Tiffany, oh my gosh, she cannot dress. I understand this is her first season. I get that. But Lord, someone, please, please, white Jesus, please, someone get her a stylist. Because for what, remember I told you that in one of her, where her and her son is just, I mean, her and her husband is just speaking, her boobs were like down to her waist, but they were like, she had an open cut shirt, and she just looked so homely all the time. In Vegas, she looked homely. At this meeting with Destiny, she looked homely. Like, girl, you can go to the Goodwill store and come up. And I understand she may not have the best shape and everything, but you can. That's with belts and push-up bras and you know, um, what are those slim, the girdles, fajas, like something, girl, do something. Go to Keisha Cole and get that belt or something. Girl, do something because she looks. And I understand. Okay, so when her and Tiffany, they met at a restaurant and they talked over some things. And okay, so they realized that they had more in common than they really did. Tiffany was adopted. Okay, um, that's her adopted name. She has another name I can't remember. Destiny was also in the system. Destiny, I think she grew up in a foster home. So I was like, oh, okay. So they kind of bonded, and I think Tiffany apologized for being a little abrupt or, just doing a little too much. Destiny was just like, Destiny's like a matter of fact, and, she has the facial expressions, and, she's kind of like very direct, and, she could seem to be a little intimidating, but I don't think Tiffany was very intimidating. And I kind of understand how Tiffany is and why she is. She's been, well, she didn't know that she was adopted. I think until about 20 or something like that, or something went later on. But her neighbor's the one who told her. Oh yeah, her neighbor is the one that told her. So I said, oh wow, that's kind of deep. That's really kind of deep. Even though um, my family's whatever, at least I know where I come from. I told you this girl was like, oh honey, your life. It took everything I said to be like, but you don't even know your parents. So why are you even? I didn't go there. Because it's a really sweet person. But sometimes some sweet people, they want to throw digs, and it's like, why do people do that? Why do people want to throw a dig at me? I don't, I don't call nobody out and bother about anybody, but don't do that, because I could really say something to just make you want to jump off the bridge immediately. Immediately, I go for the jugular, and I'm just not that type of person. But people want to come at me. I don't know why. If I'm saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" or whatever, and then they remark with something smart, I'm just like, oh. I walk away and I never turn back. I walk away and I never turn back. So anyway, Okay, so they bond because they have, just some things in common. I think Destiny's mother, who I think she's still alive, sorry. Um, I think she was on drugs, and I think allegedly she may have said that she still is on drugs. I'm not exactly sure. Um, but yeah, so that was kind of touching to hear about both of um their authenticity of their backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because when you hear about people having a struggle like that growing up, not financially, but just mentally, in foster homes, I was a foster mother. Believe me, that is the roughest job. That's worse than being a mother. A foster mother, you got to deal with the system, you got to deal with the kids, you got to deal with the family. Every foster parent, a lot of people are like, oh, y'all just want to get the money. I mean, I did this like 10, 15 years ago. Oh, they need to make sure that they should triple the amount that they give to foster parents. But they need to give them a background check because the stories that I've heard are just trifling. And to make it, I would like to go back into foster parenting because there's so many kids that need it. Oh, if anyone could ever find the heart to be a foster parent, a true foster parent, not a foster parent that wants to, you know, starve the kids, have them looking like foster kids, or, want to sexually abuse them with it. No, no, no. I'm talking about genuinely, care, give them a roof, give them food, nurture them, make sure they get to school, make sure they get out of college, make sure they stay out of jail. That's the type of foster parent. Anyway, back to whatever. Okay. The Destiny and Tiffany were talking about cold shoulder and rolling their eyes and da 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 da. Da. Okay, but Destiny did throw shade at Tiffany with the pink pumps because she just dresses. So she had on this pink shirt and then this leather skirt with the pink pumps. Her hair. I think I saw this on the blogs. Her hair was just jacked up. She has a nice red hair. That wet look or whatever. But she just looks so homely. She's a cute woman, but she just looks. She really needs a stylist, and that's okay. Her first season, usually, when people come on these reality shows, the first season they're a little awkward or whatever. And then in the second season, they usually get it together. They get a little more money, and I think they give them a stylist and a hair, makeup artist and some wigs or something. Anyway, all right. So they apologize, and it's just this big thing about um, the licensing with this 47 acres, and then I think that's I didn't really go. I think I might have fell asleep or turned the channel, or I got distracted or whatever. But basically, Chris Fletcher, that's the guy who's in charge of the 47, who's trying to bring it all together. Martell is stressing over, he's mad that Melody, they're going to Melody. And then there's a scene where Melody and Chris Fletcher I just know it's Chris Fletcher because I said it on the thing. But, he told Melody that they met. She looked really cute. She looked really cute, white dress. Now that's how you're supposed to go to Business Week, in a dress, heels. You know what I'm saying? Dressed up. Um, now, um, it's just gotten really messy, and I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna pan out, because to my knowledge, Martell said that him and Melody, they purchased that land themselves for them, whatever. So I don't know how it's going to pan out because, Chris told Melody, do you want to do a couple houses? And she was like, no, if I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it all. And so Chris was saying, or somebody was saying, because I got kind of mixed up, that they are all grown and they should be able to work together. And he's not worried about it. And so, Martell went to go see Marceau's brother. I don't know his name, Kimmy's husband. And, he's an attorney and he's also into, fixing credit. That's where we learned that Martell filed bankruptcy. It's okay. People, I think my grandfather filed bankruptcy when he divorced my grandmother, whatever. I mean, people do it all the time. People do a lot more than we think, and it is what it is. So, we're like, oh, okay, but that's why. So, I don't know, even know what to say about that, because he's trying to be the good guy, be the victim, but he's not. If he would have either divorced Melody, you know what I'm saying, and before all this happened, but this was going on for 5 years. And now that she walked away and she's doing fine and wonderful, she's a little busy. And in the other episode, he was talking about, you have all these babysitters, taking care of my kids. I don't want that. That's not what we, agreed on. Well, you guys didn't agree on him, having his side and having another baby and, them getting a divorce. So what are you talking about my kids for? It's his fault, but Martell doesn't want to see something. He's delusional. Like he is, I think he's a narcissistic fool. Like he thinks that the world revolves around him, but his empire is crashing, and now he has to go and run around to make sure that his pockets are okay. I mean, I don't think he can even afford to pay any bills. I think Melanie has to pay everything. Has to get the girls' hair done. Has to pay the tuition. Has to feed them. Has to house them. Well, her money's still coming in, but he has money coming in from the show. But he may have to pay that in child support to the fifth baby. But he might, he allegedly has more than the fifth. So it's just it's sad because they were a beautiful couple. Very proper. What is it? Progressive. That's not the word I was going to say, but it was another word. But and now, you know, like the relationship is in shambles. And this is very common. Very common. You have this, boss couple, and then either the female or the male wants to step out. And, sometimes there's babies like Wendy and Kevin. Oh, that's another video I gotta make. I can't make any more videos tonight. I'm tired. Um, so, that's my take on it. I'm glad that I know there was more. I'm gonna have to look at it. I'm glad that Tiffany and Destiny somewhat have, polished the surface so that everything is somewhat okay. We'll see. We'll see. Sorry I didn't have the ending. I don't know if I fell asleep or I had to walk away. I think I might have fallen asleep. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later and hopefully tomorrow. Okay? I don't think I will be touching more on this. I'll wait until next week. Or maybe until I rewatch it and see what happened at the end. Oh, I know why I didn't. I wasn't able to finish the rest because I was looking at it on my phone on YouTube and they cut it off. So they don't give you the whole hour or whatever it is. They only, they cut off a certain, I guess that's a part of the rules or something like that. Anyways, okay, so that's what happened. I didn't fall asleep on it or whatever. All right, well, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.